The 7 rules that guarantee you will be effective. Introduction, the effectiveness. Trap, you're busy but not effective. Your calendar is full, your inbox is overflowing, yet your results don't move. That's the effectiveness trap, activity masquerading as progress. You can't think your way out of it, you need a system. In this video, you'll get 7 rules that guarantee effectiveness because they align with how work actually gets done. Focus, depth, leverage, and recovery. Each rule strips waste and drives outcomes. There's a secret step that makes all of this 10 times easier, coming up. But first, we build the core. Take notes, pick one change, and implement it today. The faster you move from ideas to action, the faster your results compound. Let's start with the rule that unlocks every day. Rule 1. Define your single most important task, SMIT. Most people start their day reactive. Messages, meetings, fires. The result is drift. The fix is the SMIT, single most important task. One clear, high-impact outcome that, if completed, makes the day a win. Why this matters? Your brain can hold one priority with power. Multiple priorities dilute attention and invite procrastination. Here's the move. Tonight, identify the exact outcome that advances your biggest goal. Write it as a finish line. Submit proposal, ship landing page, record module 1. Make it measurable and shippable. In the morning, do it first, before email, before meetings, before busy work. Set a 90-minute block. Phone in another room. Status: do not disturb. Now let's make it stick. If you feel resistance, shrink the task to the smallest next action and start a 5-minute timer. Momentum beats motivation. The mistake to avoid: choosing a vague task like work on project, define done. One SMIT daily builds undeniable progress. Rule 2. Master the art of deep work. Shallow work keeps you available. Deep work makes you valuable. Effectiveness requires long, uninterrupted stretches of focused effort on cognitively demanding tasks. That's where leverage lives: strategy, writing, coding, design, analysis. The cost of context switching is real. You pay it with time and quality. Here's the system. Choose your deep work window when your energy is highest, usually morning. Protect it with a hard boundary. Close all messaging apps. Block distracting sites. Use a single tab. Put your phone far away. Work in 90-minute sprints, then take a 10-minute break. Track start and finish times to build a streak. Now, execution. Define the objective before you begin. Outline chapter, build feature, finalize deck. Prepare your materials the night before so you can start immediately. The trap to avoid: treating deep work like a luxury you'll fit in when you have time. You won't. Schedule it first. Once you nail this, everything else clicks because depth compounds skills and outcomes. Rule 3. Implement the 80-20 principle, the Pareto rule. Not all tasks are equal. A small fraction drives most of the results. The mistake is giving equal time to unequal tasks. The 80-20 principle forces you to hunt for the vital few and cut the trivial many. This is how you escape busyness and create disproportionate impact. Do this. List your outcomes for the week. For each, ask, which single action, if completed, would drive 80% of the result? Circle it. That's your leverage point. Examples: one sales call that can close 5 clients, one email that goes to your full list, one partnership that replaces 10 small projects. Move those actions to the top of your plan. Now, prune ruthlessly. Delay, delegate, or delete the low-yield tasks. The reason this works is simple. Constraints force clarity. Warning: the biggest 80-20 error is mistaking easy for important. If it feels comfortable, challenge it. Measure outcomes, not effort. Review weekly and recalibrate your 80-20 shifts as projects evolve. Rule 4. Batch similar tasks together. Switching tasks kills momentum. Every shift taxes your brain and burns minutes on ramp-up. Batching eliminates that waste by grouping similar tasks and processing them in one focused block. Email in one block, admin in one block, content creation in one block, Fewer transitions, more throughput. Here's how to set it up. Identify your recurring task categories: communication, paperwork, scheduling, creative, analytics. Assign each a dedicated window on your calendar. For example, email at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m., invoices Friday at 3 p.m., content Tuesday mornings. Inside each block, run a mini assembly line. Same tools, same steps, no crossovers. Implementation details matter. Create templates for common replies. Use checklists for repeat processes. Queue tasks in a single list before the block starts so you're not hunting mid-flow. Common mistake: letting urgent pings break the batch. Turn notifications off during focused windows. The game changer nobody talks about is friction. Batching reduces it to near zero and frees capacity for real work. Rule 5. Schedule time for strategic recovery. You can't sprint forever. Without recovery, performance crashes and errors multiply. High effectiveness isn't just output, it's sustainable output. Strategic recovery is planned. Rest that protects focus, creativity, and decision quality. Treat it like any other critical block. Here's the plan. Daily, insert short breaks every 90 minutes. Get sunlight, hydrate, breathe. Midday, a 10-minute walk resets your brain better than scrolling. Weekly, a half day off screens plus one deep recharge activity, long run, sauna, nature, art. Quarterly, a deliberate reset day to audit goals and systems. Now the protocols. Sleep is non-negotiable. Set a consistent bedtime, dark room, cool temperature. Set a hard stop for work to protect evening wind down. Schedule recovery on your calendar first, then add work. The thing most people miss is that rest isn't a reward, it's part of the system. Skip it and your deep work degrades. Guard it and your throughput rises across the board. Rule 6. Learn the power of no. Every yes is a debt. It consumes time, energy, and focus you can't spend elsewhere. If you don't control your commitments, other people will. Saying no is how you protect your SMIT, your deep work, and your 80-20 leverage. This isn't rude, it's responsible. Build default rules. If a request isn't aligned with your top outcome for the week, it's a no or a not now. If it could be handled asynchronously, ask for email. If it lacks a clear objective, ask clarifying questions until it does, or decline. Use scripts to reduce friction. I'm heads down on a deadline, I can't take this on, or this isn't a fit for my priorities right now. A quick tactic: create a waiting period for new commitments. 24 hours before you answer. This breaks reflexive yeses. The common mistake is over-explaining. Be brief, be kind, be firm. The reason this works is equivalent exchange. Your finite attention buys results only when you direct it. Protect it with decisive boundaries. Rule 7. Review and adapt your system. Weekly implementation is where most people fail. They never inspect the system. A weekly review prevents drift and compounds gains. It's your control room. You step back, measure outcomes, and adjust inputs. Without this, small misalignments become months of wasted effort. Here's the cadence. Block 60 minutes at the same time every week. Clear your desk. Pull your calendar, task manager, and notes. First, score last week. SMIT completion rate, deep work hours, top 80-20 wins, recovery adherence, and the no's you enforced. Second, conduct a brief after-action. What worked, what broke, what to fix. Third, realign. Update goals, delete stale tasks, resequence priorities, and reschedule missed deep work blocks. Now adapt with intent. If a SMIT repeatedly stalls, shrink it or sequence a prerequisite. If context switches creep in, tighten your batching windows. If recovery slips, schedule it first. Use a simple rule: change one lever per week. Too many tweaks create chaos. The mistake to avoid is turning the review into admin. Keep it tactical and outcome-focused. This is the secret step that makes everything 10 times easier because it closes the loop and reprograms your subconscious to execute the right work. Conclusion: your guaranteed path to effectiveness. So remember, Effectiveness is built, not wished. One SMIT daily protected deep work, ruthless 80-20, disciplined batching, scheduled recovery, decisive no's, and a weekly review that adapts the system. That stack guarantees momentum. Your next step isn't to overthink. Pick tomorrow's SMIT and schedule your first 60-minute weekly review. Tell me in the comments the exact outcome you're committing to ship this week. Subscribe for more practical systems that turn theory into real results, and watch the next video on advanced deep work tactics. Implement one step today